Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
In motion right here, Boyd. From the 50, here's Fields. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fields. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Play action. It's Fields. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Jackson on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. And Jackson throwing once more. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. 47 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken at the goal line. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
On first down, it's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. Fields throw taken in by Pringle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Fields on the move to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fight.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. He's at the 50. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the 17, Jackson flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They go play action now. Jackson got his tight end. That's complete. That's Connor. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown! Raheem Mostert from 10 yards out. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
To throw is Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
Got an open man, it's Pringle.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw on 2nd and 10.
Fields. Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
again. Jackson. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. He'll get this complete to Board. Down inside the 10.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
Jackson now. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Channing Tindall. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
On fourth down, Fields.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked up by Keon Crossan.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes this 35-0 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Now Fields. There's Mooney with another catch.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Again, Fields locates Mooney on the out route. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Fields now to throw.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Under pressure, they got him again.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now it's Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it.
Now a throw caught by one of their linemen.
It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it is 42-0.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
13. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On third down, Jackson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. To throw again is Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
13. You got tight right there. Hey, report.
Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch. Sanders now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
thought about coming.
Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know